Hey y'all, what's the deal, Pickle? I'm here today with my friend Tajay, and I'm just finna do a natural glam on her. As you can see right here, I'm just combing through her eyebrows and filling them in. I go at the bottom first, and then I draw a line at the top, and then I go through the eyebrow, in between the two lines where all the hair at, and just brush it through. I used a regular little eyebrow pencil from the beauty supply when I did this too. So don't think you need to go spend your whole life savings at Sephora to achieve a cute face. Like, you really don't. A lot of y'all might be mad at me because if you have been watching me on Instagram, I was supposed to start uploading tutorials months ago. But nevertheless, we're here now. So here you see me just going under her eyebrow with a little concealer on a flat angle brush. And if I do forget to name the products that I'm using, because right now I don't know the name of that brush or that concealer. I know it's a Sephora concealer, but I will leave all the products used in the description, so please just bear with me. Now you're gonna see me go in with this fluffy elf brush. Again, all the products used in this video will be listed in the description. So with that, I just brush out her concealer on her eyelids and, conceal her dark spots on her eyelids or whatever. And in the middle of her forehead, you can see a brush on an angle for her eyebrows to blend in. And that really give me like a little gradient look. I don't know where I found that little trick at, but I really like it. Like, for real. Now, here you're going to see me go in with that same exact brush. But now I have a lighter shade of concealer. And I'm using that because Tajay has like a darker skin tone. So in order for her eyeshadows to really pop, you will have to put a lighter color concealer on her eyelids. Now here you're going to see me go in with this Morphe Jaclyn Heel palette. It's called Armed and Dangerous. I'll probably play with this app that I'm editing this video on and see if I can add the shades I actually used. But I'm just using a fluffy eyeshadow brush and I'm focusing the browns on her crease. I'm not going on her lid with the color because I'm putting an entirely different color on her lid. So this is her transition shade anyways. You just want to focus that in her crease, not anywhere else. And I'll say with the transition shade, it's okay if you be a little messy because you're going to put colors on top of this anyways. Now here I zoomed in for you guys because I really want y'all to see like the brush motions. You feel me? Like I want y'all to see how I move the brush. You can go in circular motions. You can go to side, whichever one works best for you in your blending process. But right here, I'm going in with the same palette, just the darker brown shade. My transition shade was probably the light to dark brown, and the shade I'm using now is the darker brown in the palette. You really just want to like darken up her crease, not bring it too much to the front of the eyelid, and just keep the back part of the eyelid darker than the front. You're supposed to go for a gradient look with this. I'm doing a cut crease. Also, try to leave some space in between your upper eyelid and your eyebrow just so you could put your highlight up there at the end. Here y'all gonna see me go in with this Lisa Frank Morphe palette, and I'm just putting again the black in her crease to deepen it up. Like, you really want to go for a gradient look when you do these cut creases, ladies. You really do. Here you see me going back in with the darkest brown of that Jaclyn Hill palette, and the best way I can explain how to achieve the perfect cut crease is to go in order from lightest to darkest on your colors. Like, you really have to. And then you have to look at how the shape of the eye the person you're doing makeup is. Because right here you can see she really has like almond shaped eyes, I'll say. So it wasn't really hard for me to find out where her crease was, where I wanted it to be the darkest, where I wanted it to be the lightest. Here you'll see me going in with that same brush that I blended out her concealer with before I started her eyeshadow. And I'm just putting that light colored eyeshadow on her eyelid again because that's where I want my top shade to go, like my shimmer shade, you know? But that last scene, you really just watched me blend out her eyeshadow. Like, now you see how it's gonna go from lightest to darkest, literally. And in this scene, you just see me brushing out the edges because you could have a bold, hard cut crease with like the straight line. But with this look, I want to go for like a softer look. Like, I want her to really, I want it to really be from lightest to darkest on her eye. That's the only way I could put it. Now here you see me going back into that Lisa Frank palette and just taking this champagne shade and packing that all over the lid while I didn't put the other eyeshadows, the darker eyeshadows. And you want to keep this on that same area where you didn't put any eyeshadow. Keep it on the area where you just put the concealer. Now that you're done packing on that eyeshadow, you want to take, this is a buffing brush. Well, I don't know the exact correct term for the brush, but I use it for buffing out the sides, you know. This what I was getting at when I said you can do harsh lines or, you know, real bold lines, or you can soften up that line a little bit. The cut crease doesn't have to be a sliced cut crease. It can be soft. It's really in your blending when you're doing this. The more you blend, the softer it'll look. So just go for how comfortable you are. Like, if you feel like you blending it too much, you can always go back in and correct yourself with some of that transitioning shade or some of that darker brown that I used. You don't want to try to go back and correct yourself with the darkest shade of the palette. Like, you can see me right here. I used the second to darkest brown. I did not use the black to go back in her crease and deepen it up. I did not. Now here, I was just doing her eyeliner, but the way I'm set up to do the other eye, I have to stand directly in front of the person. So I just finished her eyes off camera, y'all. I'm so sorry.
We gonna get it together though. This is my first video. Y'all better chill on me. I just noticed that I zoomed the camera out, y'all. Sorry for not pointing that out. But here you see me. I just found her foundation shade off camera. The two foundations I did use to make her color, they are from Sephora. Again, all products will be listed in the description. But this beauty blender, I know for sure that that's from the beauty supply. So again, you do not have to go straight to high-end products. That's one of my pet peeves of people trying to learn how to do makeup. Like, you think you automatically have to just spend bands on products when really you can achieve this same look with stuff from the beauty supply or Walgreens, Walmart, anything. These next few scenes, I'm just gonna get y'all the rundown on me. I'm going back in right now with that flat angled brush, and I'm just using foundation to carve out her eyebrows and make it sharper. But I don't want y'all to look at this video and think, oh, the first time I do my makeup is gonna look like this and all I gotta do is buy those products. Like, no, I've been doing makeup for almost 6 years, so I've definitely went through my trials and errors with products and utensils to use on people, like tools to use on people. I definitely been through the motions, and you gonna go through the motions too. But you just have to find stuff that's comfortable to you, like your clients. But right here, I'm just going in with that concealer, not the lightest shade. I probably mixed the lightest shade with the actual color of her skin. Maybe I mixed it with the foundation. I'm not sure. But that's for sure concealer. And now you see me blending it out with the beauty blender. Blend it out with the other side of the beauty blender. Because just in case you put too much highlight or you go too far down by her cheekbones, you can always use the other side with the foundation still on it and make corrections to any harsh lines you may see on your foundation and your concealer.
Now here I'm just going in with that beauty blender and I'm evening out any creases that might have came due to her blinking. But I went in with this brush. I think it's a Real Technique brush, and it was too hard for me to put the setting powder under her eye. So I ended up switching brushes, but I did the same process before. Went under with that beauty blender and blended it out before I went in with setting powder. Now this is Airspun setting powder. You could buy this at Walgreens, Walmart, Family Dollars. And man, when I say this is probably the best low brand setting powder, like it really is. It give you like this smooth effect under your eyes, and it really has any creases that might come through the day. So I really mess with Airspun for this. I don't know the exact company name, but I mess with Airspun. I mess with Airspun. Here, I'm just lightly contouring her face with the powder. In this contour palette, I think I used the darkest shade in my palette. And if you guys didn't see, I hid the pan in this palette. But I had everything listed in the description for y'all once again. So don't be like, Kitty girl, you did not put that stuff up in there at all. Cause yes, I did. It's in the description. Okay, here you just see me going back over everywhere I put some setting powder, and I feel like when it's a little bit too light,
I go back over it with the same beauty blender I applied the foundation with, and I just, you know, blend it out a little more. Now here you have me, I'm putting highlight on her. Just a little bit of silver highlight on her on both sides of her cheekbones. You want to put the highlight above where you contour. You feel me? You don't want it to be directly on the crease of her cheek, I'll say. Now I'm just putting a little of that same highlight in her in the corner of her eye. You know? That's exactly why I said when you're doing the eyeshadow, you want to leave some space in between the crease and the eyebrow. Literally. Now, I don't know if everybody else does this, but you see in the beginning I went in on her eyebrows with the eyebrow pencil from the beauty supply. But now I'm going in with that same eyeshadow, that same black eyeshadow from the NYX palette, and I'm just making her eyebrows a little sharper. Right here, I think I used this plum colored lip liner from the beauty supply again. All products will be listed in the description. But with lip liner, you just outline your lips a little bit or overline them. You basically tracing the outline of your lips. And right here, you see me going in with a little lip gloss. Y'all, this is the lip gloss from my brand. I mixed Mocha, I think, and Puckered Peach. I'm going to have to go look back at the bloopers and see exactly which ones I used. But just know that is definitely Kaynime Beauty Cosmetics on her lips. You see I went in with the dark shade first. Now I'm putting the peach color in the center of her lips so I can really have that gradient effect. Well, here you all have it, the finished results. The last thing I do is put setting spray all over her face, and boom, Kaynime Beauty on the beat, man. Like and share my video, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I'll see y'all next round.